Hello boys and girls, I hope the audio is okay. On this channel I think I've never posted this kind of vlogging video, but here you go. There is a thought I had it for a long while, and it's sort of a hot take, and I'm interested in what your take is. The video will be short enough for you to actually write a comment, like watch it in full and write a response. So I've often noticed that a lot of people don't care for or even skip the preface of books. And I've always found this very curious, because I almost think the preface is, like, on average the most interesting thing of a book. I say on average, that makes sense because there's a nice Vienna yard. Let's finish the video in there. I say on average because even if a book turns out to be not good, like I had this situation yesterday, got a book from a library, from the shelf, it sounded interesting. I didn't know what it's about. It was like a weird book. It was called Differential Equations, but it was clearly not like an introduction. It had this generic title, but it was about some particular operators and some concept that is just from the 90s. And it was interesting, and I grabbed the book, got it from the library. And I read the preface, and even if the book is like this book, I decided, like, I spent an hour on it. I decided I will not read it. It was not really understandable. It didn't define the terms. It was like written for people who were researching in the same field, despite this super generic title. Even if the book is not good in that sense, the preface can nonetheless be good, because the authors have a reason to write the book, and they often, if they do the right job, if they write prefaces in the way I like it, would put this information, this justification for why do you even write a book into the preface. And so I often, I write a lot, I make a lot of notes, and this is sort of, since forever, how I learn, writing things down, rewriting my own stuff. Often it takes really book form. And I think about, how do I write this that other people would understand it. And in this sense, I have a lot of bookish sort of notes. And I'm always thinking about okay, if I take this and this subtopic of my notes and would make a red thread and make it into a book, how would I justify this? How would I explain the project to somebody else? And that would go into the preface, I don't know. And so in this way, this is like personal. There's justification, there's explanation. It can be also, there are bad prefaces as well, where they just make a one paragraph each description of what the chapters will be about, and it's just as informative as the table of content. That's not good. But if there's if somebody, often people spend 5 years, 10 years, maybe even 15 years on a book, and then this sort of story and the why, especially if it's on a topic which has not been put into book form, or if it's a book where the articles are being translated, there's new math now accessible in hopefully good book form. This is captured in the preface, and so that's why I really like reading the preface. And so if people say, if people skip ahead on the preface, and I've heard this a couple of times, start with chapter 1. This is my take. I really don't understand this, and I strongly disagree. So tell me what you think.